It's served. Yesterday you were accused by one of the Fadiga Brothers of chasing his brother and basically attacking him, and then you called the police to have him brought to the court for a subsequent incarceration. How will you respond to that? Is that true?
That police can get put in central prison?
You said you brought
listen.
That's what you said.
Chief, you're a journalist.
Yes.
Police will not take you and carry you straight to central prison. The police, there's three components in the criminal. Now, you want me to open criminal justice class here, I'll do it. Right. There are three components in the criminal justice system. You got the police, the court, and the correction system. The police will arrest you, introduce you in the system, and then bring the court to your adjudicator in the court. Then you are sent to prison, either for pre-trial detention or for incarceration. That's how it works. So nobody will tell you, what order do I have on police people?
Did you chase him?
For what reason? These guys are content creators. I want you guys to understand that. Apparently you know that what I want me. Content creator, I am not one of them. I am a policeman by training. I am now a law student. So we don't do that. We don't violate the law. Why would I go out on the street for another Liberian and do that? I'll use the law. That's why I brought him out of court in the first place. So I don't understand why you guys are not understanding that. There's no way I would want to take the law in my own hand.
Were you in the know that you would have been brought to the court here, or you got the information?
I am the complainant. I have business in the court because I filed a lawsuit against this guy and I have judgment. So when you get judgment now, it is your right to come and follow up to see whether the judgment is served. You understand what I'm saying? All right. And so at least I learned that my little elementary time in law school. For now, I know that civil procedure. So we bring people in the court, and the person is being brought before the court. You have to follow it, superintending it from different perspectives. That's what we did. So all that thing, what the guys, I hate to even call that name because that's what they want me to be doing. Because all the thing they're doing is just to create content to put they and myself in the same line. You know, that's something that shouldn't be happening. We're not on the same parity. These guys have no role. Have you heard of the Fadiga until we brought one of them in the government? Since that time, you only knew them when they were creating content, going to Hebo Mine, all kind of nonsense they've been doing. But have you heard of them? That's why you know of them, to create content. So they now have AB Kromah in some little judicial things. So they come to use that as a basis to get notoriety. My name has been used for notoriety, and I refuse to do that now. Yesterday in the restaurant, whatever transpired there, I would have hoped that it wouldn't have expired. You know what I mean? But you know what? Sometimes when you are taunted, at some point in time, you go through some of these situations. But at the end of the day, by the grace of God, the $1.6 million we owed is still going to be paid. We'll take some to Nimakande.
You think you'll get that money?
The law said I will get it, I will get it.
So just did they say in trenches or as one? How is it going to be
whatever
paid?
way it is paid, but one thing
how would you like to receive
one thing I know, I'll call the city mayor of Ganta, tell them say we're going to build huge city hall there in the name of Chief Musa Kromah.
Just before the release of the Fadigas yesterday for central prison, there are sources that February the president had placed call to you to drop on the case. How true is that?
You know, Chief, again, that you want me to create content. I'm not making that kind of news. The news I'll make here, that news will be to go take this guy to court so that we can set deterrence. All the other things the guys want us to be talking about, AB Kromah do that, that call in Liberia flat.
But did you receive president yesterday?
Yeah.
Were you happy when you got the information that this man who was alleged, you got him, he got arrested, you incarcerated, then later on released just few hours after? Were you happy to hear that?
No, obviously you want somebody to serve as to go to jail, and then the law said when the man is in jail, he's not released until he settled the judgment. That's what the law says. It's clear. One more people say, let me start the citation to the guy. Let me read it to the guy. Yeah, you ain't got time. You want to do it? I would have read the whole thing for you. That's what the law said. The law says that the man remained there, the man served his time, the judge has the right to incarcerate the man, put the man in detention. That's what he did. To release the guy from there, there has to be some settlement, either from my side or from all of us meeting together, going back to the judge. Look, these guys have met this agreement. That didn't happen, but so we will seek remedy in the law. We're not going to allow those things to not be done. We'll seek remedy in the law. The law is going to take us. This is a country of law. There's a country that I believe in. There's a country that I served all my life. I've been 37 years serving security system. I serve it in the States, I serve it here. So I'm not going to abrogate that now because there's some little kid from Senegal that are in the picture. I'm not going to do that.
Senegal? I thought they were Liberians.
What the Liberians? But they got heritage. Liberian Senegalese.
They said it from Grand Bassa County. Mandingo from Grand Bassa County.
No, they are Wolof. They're not Mandingo. Guys are Senegalese.
Senegalese, they are Wolof.
But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. The fact that they are Liberian by affiliation or by birth, that makes them part of all of us. But we just sometimes may be facetious and include these things, these little things. But being that as it may, they've done their part. They managed to get themselves temporarily, they sent text this morning, temporarily out, but the law will follow the process.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
That's
That's Foreman 102 and Foreman LDEA boss Colonel AB Kromah speaking to us following his case here along with the Fadiga Brothers at the civil law court. Washington focus on Liberia with me. I'm Sarah Constant Mario Jr.